want your spouse in an accident? Who just says that? There's usually a twist in these stories, but I'm not too confident about this one. Like, that's not normal. Who says that? Happy apple picking day! Real quick reminders, housekeeping things for all our new friends. If you want to transfer your stories to be featured on Am I the Bad Apple, you can send them to my subreddit, r/Am I the Bad Apple. And just a reminder, we all come from different branches of the apple tree. Meaning we've all lived different lives and we have different experiences to go with those unique lives. Those experiences shape our perspectives and our opinions, so if you disagree with somebody, it's probably just because you experienced different things in life and might not understand each other's experiences. This is why we calmly and civilly talk and discuss and offer insight and information and all keep an open mind. Sometimes you learn something new, sometimes you teach someone else something new, sometimes you guys teach me new things. We're never too old to learn something new. And changing an opinion isn't being a hypocrite, it's growing, you know? So without further ado, let's get started with this week's episode of Am I the Bad Apple? Let's go apple picking! Apple number 1. Am I the bad apple for refusing to help my friend out? I'm currently 7 months pregnant and I give my friend a ride to work each day. I've been doing this for the last year because they only lived 3 minutes away from me when I was in my old apartment, and I just kind of continued to do it as a favor when I moved in with my partner. I'm going on maternity leave next month, and my friend has no idea how she's getting to and from work. She's been trying to figure it out since I found out that I was pregnant, but she can't drive, and there's no driving schools nearby, and the closest one is 2 hours away, and they don't even have family around to help them. I said I wish I could help more, but giving her rides while I'm on maternity leave, but driving with a newborn at 6 a.m. just isn't happening. Today, she suggested that I ask my partner, the baby's father, if he could drive her. I said, no, I'm not asking him that. We have to be at work at 6:30, and my partner has to be at work for 7:30, and we live 10-15 minutes away from my friend, and the job is 20 minutes away from his job, and I'm not making my partner wake up earlier than he normally does to get ready for work, and not just because she can't find a ride. She made a joke saying that he should drive her because it's his fault anyways that I have to go out of work because he got me pregnant, and as a friend, she would appreciate the favor. I said, I wish I could help, but I'm not asking him to do that. She's upset with me because I won't even ask, but I already know my partner will say yes because he's a people pleaser, and so I'm just making the decision for him. Then she brought up how she wouldn't have even taken the job that I helped her get if she knew we wouldn't be able to carpool anymore. I mean, she figured it out when I couldn't give her rides due to illnesses or appointments, but now I feel like she's just trying to guilt trip me and keeps insisting I just ask him and won't drop it. So, am I the bad apple? I love these stories where, like, partners are very clearly protecting and helping each other. Like, that just warms my heart. No. Literally, like, this is not your friend. If this was your friend, they wouldn't be making jokes about, well, it's his fault you have to go on maternity leave. First of all, like, fault? It's a baby. They're excited. They're growing their family. Like, what do you mean fault? Like, that's a really weird way to phrase that if you're a friend. Second of all, their growing family, like, it has nothing to do with you. Like, in what world would a couple planning for their family take into consideration, like, a friend who, like, just kind of uses them for rides? Like, you're not in the family planning. You're not considered here. What do you think? That's crazy to me. I don't think this person's your friend, to be honest. What do you even mean? Like, I wouldn't have even taken this job if I knew that you couldn't drive me. Do you think you're doing her a favor by, like, working? It's a paycheck. You don't have a means of transportation anywhere else. Like, what else are you gonna do? I personally would not drive this person anymore. She just doesn't feel like a friend to your family. I don't think this is a genuine person. I don't think this is a genuine friend. This is someone who's like, take. And I don't see any give in their future. Be careful with this one. You're doing nothing wrong. Like, I love that you know that your partner would like put himself out to help this woman, and you're like, no, I'm just gonna make the decision for him. He does not need to be doing that. Like, I love that. I think that's wonderful. So allow us to make the decision for you and tell you that this isn't your friend. Like, we want to protect you the way you want to protect your husband. You don't have to listen, but you know, just a thought. Apple number 2. Am I the bad apple for punishing my family because of my dad? When my wife and I were talking about getting married, my dad said that he would give us a down payment for a home. We were thrilled and for sure kept that in mind. We would be able to afford a good starter home with his help, and we scrimped and saved to add to it. Except apparently he meant a sum of money good enough for a down payment for a house near us, where the cost of living is low. I guess he never meant a down payment for a home in Colorado, where my wife and I have lived since we were in college. He said he thought I would be smart enough to realize that we'd need to move somewhere with a lower cost of living than Colorado. He keeps saying, move to a cheaper city. Well, our lives are here. Our friends, our jobs, our hobbies. Like, you can't exactly leave your house and be on top of a 14,000 peak in 6 hours where my family is. I told him that we never talked about moving back home, and we never would. That we'd rather be stuck renting for a while longer than be stuck somewhere we didn't want to be, and the move to a cheaper city just wouldn't work for us. He said, so be it, and then gave us the amount, and that was that. I expressed gratitude and thanked him for the money. I mean, it's still money towards the goal. But because of this shift in our finances, we have to make a lot of changes to save up for the rest of the money. We had to cut out vacations, birthday gifts, holidays, all the things. Like, we wouldn't be traveling home for years. At our current rate, we should have an okay down payment by the end of next year, 2025. My dad confronted us about this because we won't come home for our summer break trip and told me that I was being a selfish, entitled brat because I hadn't gotten my way. That I was essentially punishing the rest of the family because we assumed what his gift would be. I told him I'm grateful for the amount he gave us, but it also means that we need to buckle down and save every penny if we want to be able to afford a house anytime soon. Even townhouses around us are over $400K, and that's for sketchy ones. But is my dad right? Am I the bad apple? Hello, my love. You've never really come into a bad apple on your own accord before. I love you so much. You're very handsome. Okay. So, here's the thing. I'm very confused because you're like, well, my dad, blah, 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 blah. You're angry at your dad for giving you free money? I don't really understand that. Because here's, oh, bye, Milo. Here's the thing. Your dad said, I want to help you out with a down payment. You said, okay. He said, here's free money. And you said, well, that's not enough of a down payment to like live where I want to live. And he's like, well, it's enough of a down payment to live like around here because plot twist, every parent, we'll say most parents, not every parent. We don't do absolute statements here. Most parents, like 95% of parents are at some point going to like, hey, you don't want to live too far from me. Like, please live closer. I want you to be here. I want to be around my children. Like, that's not unique to your dad. Like, they're mostly all going to like, at some point, ask their kids to live around them. Now, are they forcing their kid? No, he's not forcing you. He's like, hey, this is the amount of money that I can afford to give you. It's enough for houses near me. Like, that's how I read this. And your response is like, well, you're just screwing me over. It's still free money. Like, it's still helping you towards a down payment on a house. Like, so many people would kill for free money like that. So I'm not understanding what I'm not understanding. And like, your response to him giving you free money is, well, thank you, but this isn't enough, so I'm not gonna see you until I can save up the rest of it because you didn't give me everything that I wanted. Like, I know that's not what you said, but that's pretty much what you did. Like, thanks so much, but it's not enough, so I will not come to see you until I get like the amount that I was hoping for. Like, that just, that rubs me the wrong way a little bit. Like, you're not the bad apple for not going on the trip because you want to save up for a house. That's not the issue here. And I want to make that clear. Like, scrimping and saving and doing everything that you need to be able to afford the things that you want is not what makes you a bad apple. Like, things are expensive out there right now. Like, it's crazy. The housing market, wild, okay? Absolutely wild. But like, your attitude towards the whole thing and your attitude towards the free money, like you keep saying like, I showed gratitude, but it's not enough. Like, it kind of cancels each other out. And like, the original title that you put that like I didn't want to say was like, am I the bad apple for punishing my family because my dad screwed me over? That was the original title you submitted, and I just didn't want that title like to be the title of a story on a channel that like also has kids on it, you know? Like, we have a very large range of audience, and I always make like little stories for each of the stories that I post on like shorts and reels and all the things like that. And I just didn't want that to be like the first sentence on a channel that does have a lot of kids watch. So what's really rubbing me the wrong way is like, in no way, shape, or form has your dad screwed you over. Like, that's where I'm getting the entitled attitude issue from, because he didn't. Like, he's only helping you. And so yeah, you keep, oh well, I showed gratitude, but the way that you're like using that phrase of like, my dad screwed me over, when all he did was give you free money and like, oh, you could move closer. Like, that's it. He's not making you. It's not a stipulation of, oh, well, you don't get this money if you don't move closer. He still gave it to you. And that's where, like, I'm teetering between bad and crabapple. And I think some people will go crabapple because, like, the action of not going on the trips and stuff is not bad. But for me, it just kind of crosses that line of like, I don't do well with like blatant entitlement like that. It really bothers me. It's one of my pet peeves, to be honest. Like, you're getting free money and you're like, but my dad screwed me over because it's not as much as I want. Like, you're a grown adult. You're a grown adult who is experiencing that like, you can't afford the things that you want. And you're angry because your dad can't afford a down payment for you in Colorado. Like, that kind of like hypocrisy makes me want to go bad apple, because like, it irks me. It irks me so bad. So that's why I'm going bad apple. And like, I'm sure there's some people who will say that they feel like I'm being harsh. I'm sure there are some people who will agree with me. And it's very possible that some people might be able to convince me over to the crab apple side, sorry. But for now, I'm just going bad apple because like, for me personally, that's just some of my irked pet peeves, that kind of entitlement and the hypocrisy, and like, I just, again, it's not the scrimping and saving and not going on the vacations that make you a bad apple. It's like the attitude about all of it, and the my dad screwed me over, and like, I just, doesn't he know that we can't go like to a cool mountain where he lives? Like, that was just I can't. As if that's supposed to like magically make everyone have more money. Like, I don't That's like why it's so expensive, my guy. Because it's a good area. Whatever. Apple number 3. Am I the bad apple for not switching rooms with my siblings? I, 17 female, and the youngest of 3 kids. 17 female, 19 male, and 21 female. We each have our own bedroom at home. My sister just graduated from college and moved back home a couple weeks ago. She asked me tonight if I would be willing to switch rooms with my brother. Her reasoning was that I have a big window that I keep curtained most of the time because I like to control the light in my room, and in her words, I never use it, and she wants a lot of natural light. She doesn't like having big beds, but our brother does, so he wants to switch into her room. And our brother's current room is fairly dark already, so I would get to keep my darkness. And again, in her words, I like my rooms dark. Basically, she wants me to move into my brother's room, our brother to move into her room, and her to move into my room. She can't solve her I hate this bed situation problem without moving into another room, because her room got converted into our guest room when she moved out for college, so the bed is staying there, at least according to our parents. The thing is though, I don't really want to move room. My room is my safe space. It's the only place in the house where I get to control light and noise levels, which is very important to me. I'm used to the layout. I like having a window that looks out to the front, even though I don't use it very often, but I still like the option. Everything that I like about my room is because I've had years to turn it into my own space, and I worry that it would take too long of a time to do that with another room. I don't see the point in trying since I'm gonna move out for college when I graduate anyways. I'm 17. On top of that, my bedroom is the furthest away from the kitchen and living room area, which I prefer because it means I don't hear my brother playing video games with his friends at 2 in the morning, and all the lights that are on in that area don't bother me when I'm trying to sleep. I just don't want to switch rooms. I hate change. I'm anxious about telling my siblings no though, because my sister has a very volatile temper and I don't like making her mad. I mean, I guess my sister has a point about the window though. Like, I almost never open my curtains, and she does like utilizing natural light. So, would it make me the jerk if I don't? Am I the bad apple? Just no. No. Honestly, I don't even feel like that needs a lot of this poor girl put so much explanation about here's why I don't want to change rooms, and here's why I don't want to change rooms, and here's why I don't want to change rooms, but I don't think you need, you didn't have to do all that, babe. If you don't want to change rooms, you don't want to change rooms. It's your room. You don't have to. I would just go to your parents and I would say, hey, they want to do this. I'm not a fan. I like my room. I don't want to change rooms. Tell me. And then they should do that. I can't see why they wouldn't. It's as simple as that. This is your room. You don't want to change rooms? Okay. To me, that's a very simple thing. And the reason that you tell your parents about it first is that when your sister gets all upset, they can deal with it. Also, I can't imagine a 21-year-old having a temper tantrum like that over that. I mean, I didn't think that adult women had temper tantrums like that, but then I remember the Karens that I make skits about, and then I know someone who knows a girl who has full-on childish temper tantrums. It's fine. It's just a new revelation. I didn't know adults did that. It never really registered in my brain. You know what I mean? That's adult behavior. I mean, it's not adult behavior, but yeah, no. That's your room. That's your safe space. I can't imagine a parent not backing you up. I would just let them know beforehand so that, they can back you up and no one gives you crap about it. I feel like this is a very simple one. Very simple one. Apple number 4. Am I the bad apple for wanting my husband to get in a car accident? I, 27 female, am married to my husband, 28 male, and we have a 2-year-old daughter. My husband has been driving since he was 15 and has never been in an accident. He also drives a semi-truck for work, so he's very used to handling big vehicles and small vehicles in all kinds of weather and different types of areas. This has made him very, very cocky about his driving abilities. Obviously, our daughter is rear-facing. Not only is she just under 2 years old, but she's very small for her age. It's not safe to have her forward-facing, and my husband does not understand this. Now, he will not switch our daughter's car seat because he knows I will unalive him if he tried. But he's always trying to say XYZ would be easier, blah, 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 blah. She should be forward facing. I've tried explaining to him all the plethora of reasons why it's safer to have her rear facing, and his response is always, well, it's only safer if you get hit. Just don't get hit by anybody. Well, he knows that he has never been in an accident, so I guess everyone else should be that good? I've also tried telling him that it's illegal to forward face her, but I think he looked it up and saw that the minimum age is 1 year old, so that's good enough, I guess. Like I said, he won't forward face her, mostly because I do most of her driving, and I absolutely have been in a few accidents. Not my fault, and none with her in the car, thankfully, but I'm just so tired of his cockiness about his driving. I just wish he got taught a lesson. Obviously, I'm not wishing bodily harm on my husband. Obviously, I'm only talking about a minor accident that's someone else's fault, and obviously in the car and not the semi, and not bad enough to do expensive damage to the car either. And obviously, of course, not with the daughter in the car. I feel like that's all obvious, but I just wanted to be clear. Really, I just want him to see that he's not infallible, that other people absolutely can be at fault and hit him. I just want him to have a little dose of reality and not be so darn cocky that he thinks putting our daughter in a proven unsafe situation would be fine. I don't think I'm the bad apple. I would never wish for him to be hurt in any way. Maybe a crab apple I can see, but if there's any other ways that I can make him understand that I haven't thought of, Please enlighten me. Like, what did I just read, man? I don't understand how you can like write that down and not hear anything wrong with it. Like, there's so many issues. First of all, the weirdest thing is like I just don't see how in general you're like, I really want him to get into an accident. Like, obviously nothing too serious, but I want bad things to happen to him. Like, how do you not see the problem with that? Like, I'll get to the husband in a second. Actually, we'll get to the husband right now. Like, people who think that they're too good at driving to get into accidents, like that is annoying. And I totally see like why you're annoyed with that. But you've said twice now, he's not going to change the car seat. So the problem isn't that he's putting the kid in danger, he's just annoying you. So you want him to get into an accident because he's annoying you. Do you not see the problem? Like, he's not actually doing anything that will put the kid in danger. You said twice he's not gonna do it. He's just being a smart aleck about it. Like, yes, it's annoying when people think that they're above anything bad in the world happening to them. But like, you think that's more annoying than like actually wishing bad things happen to your partner? Like, and I know you're like, well, obviously no bodily harm. Well, obviously no extensive damage. I've never in my life, like, wanted something bad to happen to Avery. Like, what? Like, I just cannot understand that mentality. And I know someone's gonna be like, you're so young, but I've been with that man for 10 years. I've never just wanted and like hoped for something bad to happen to him. That's just crazy to me. Like, you want something bad to happen to him because he's annoying you. No, to me that's bad apple. Like, do I think there are some people who will go crab? Sure, for sure. I maybe there might even be some people out there who go good. And if that's the case, like, I hope you get a hug today. I do. To me, that's like just not okay to just like genuinely want something bad to happen to your partner. Even if you're like, I hope it's not too bad, I hope it's just a little bad. Like, especially when he's not like actively doing anything except for just annoying, like he's just being a smart aleck. Like, he's not actually putting the kid in danger. So that's crazy to me. I would be a little bit more sympathetic if he like was actively trying to change her car seat, but he's not. He's just giving you a hard time. Which is annoying for sure. Like, I don't think he's a good apple either. I mean, I think both of you are kind of like, So like, I'd go bad. I don't even know if I would give him bad apple. I think I would give him crab apple because again, he's like just being a smart aleck and he's annoying you, but he's not like putting the kid in danger. So I would give him a crab apple, but I would give you the bad apple because like, who just like wants something bad to happen to their spouse? Yeah, that's my ruling. So I'm not even gonna go bad batch because I would just give him crab apple. At least that's my opinion. Like, all right, so I got 2 good apples and 2 bad apples. Did you guys get anything similar to me? Did you get anything different than me? Definitely let me know down in the comments. I love to read what you guys have to say. And for your well wishes today is both National Go Fishing Day and it's also National Splurge Day. So we got options. If you see something small on Amazon that's like a little bit of a splurge, a little bit of a treat for yourself and you're able, this is your sign. This is your sign to do it. Splurge, treat yourself. And if not, that is okay. Go fishing. There's not really many options today. I think there's maybe one more. National Wanna Get Away Day, but like, that's also like splurging, you know? There's only so many options today. You can go fishing for cats, like if you got a pet. I always put like like it's like a big stick and it's got like the string and a little fuzzy on the end and I go fishing for cats in my living room. I get the same too all the time. I just kind of toss them back. So that's an option for fishing if you got pets, I guess. Again, there's only so many today. So let me know which one you would pick down in the comments. Again, as always, if you want a chance for your stories to be featured on Am I the Bad Apple, you can send them to my subreddit, r/Am I the Bad Apple. Did I say that already? I can't remember. I might have. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day and hope to see y'all next week. Bye, my lovelies. Mwah.